right, I think it's working. Cool. All right, dude. I had a freaking some trouble, man, getting this. Trying to use my iPhone to freaking be my camera and everything like that, but no, it was just not gonna be happening, I guess, today, man. So I'm just going and I'm prepping my, just doing some prep, I guess, for the tournament and everything, and yeah, knocking some stuff out. I figured what I would do is make some cards for my stratagems, man, because I don't want to keep flipping through my book and everything like that. I'd rather just make some cards real quick. So I got some old cards in here. So I figured I'd just go ahead and use some of these ones that I don't really care about or anything like that don't really matter. Uh, it's so crazy because it's like I know all of these are from ninth edition and none of them matter, but I don't want to freaking mess them up. But that's all right, dude. Like I'm never gonna need them again. I don't think. So, oh, here we go. Here's I never used what is this? The uh, obscuration discipline from ninth edition. I never used that. So, I guess you guys shall be the cards that I use. I actually think I have some cards from my orcs from the Beast Snagga box that I never actually opened up. So, I can always go ahead and jump into those and use some of those. Or I know I even have the Salamanders ones with the tactical objectives that I don't really use either. I actually never even played a game using tactical objectives. So that right there would be a good reason to be able to just go ahead and use it. It would be a good reason for them to just be used because there's no nostalgia for them. They've always just been random cards that I've never used. Oh, look at that warp charges, man. Haha. That's so crazy. Like I started playing in ninth edition. I guess I always started playing at the end of 8th edition rules, and then ninth came out and stuff. So that's crazy how you see something with warp charge, and you're like, oh man, like, uh, I miss rolling psychic tests and stuff like that. But I guess it's definitely more streamlined because I know there were some times where I'd have like one psyker in my army, and then I'd have to ask my opponent if it was cool if I could go back and if I could go back and actually like do what I needed to do in my psychic phase because I kept forgetting it like all the time. So good old Armor of Contempt. I'm trying to think like so I have these nice data cards, right? I spent the money on them, dude. The deck is huge for Space Marines, so I bought these to take to the tournament with me tomorrow. Because I feel like you have to learn so many new things. But yeah, so I got those, and I don't think that they make cards for the strategies or stratagems. I don't think they have those. So all right, yeah, let's go and make some. I was just gonna cut a little square and then just wrap it around and tape it. It's gonna look super ghetto, but whatever, it'll be a little ghetto or something, but it'll work. That's all that matters, right? I think that when people proxy stuff and they do different things with their models, so probably wouldn't be too bad if somebody saw a card. As long as the card says, "Oh, hey, like you get, I get an extra save or something like that." I think people would probably be all right with it. All right, watch out, Gator. Put you right there. All right, cool. So, Armor of Contempt. Should I use a Sharpie? I'll use a pen. Why not just use a pen, and then I could always go over it in Sharpie if I need to have it be bolder. All right. Not too bad. I'm just trying to test this out. I'm going to get a different camera, and I mean, for anybody that's watching this, I know that I'm going to go ahead and maybe buy a camera and just slowly do upgrades to the channel and stuff. It's going to be kind of a labor of love, I think, for me just to go ahead and do nothing too serious. I mean, hopefully build a nice community where people can be, enjoy themselves. So it's not like a huge, it can be kind of competitive. It can be fun. It can kind of be whatever. All right, Armor of Contempt. Oh yeah, because you got to do the 3 parts, right? So you got to do the name, when you're doing it, the target of it, and then the effect, right? Okay, so When? Yeah, it's kind of cool that everybody has Armor of Contempt, or all the Space Marines do. I really liked it when the whole the entire army got it in Ninth Edition. It was really nice, especially because I played a lot of Sanguinary Guard then, so they were super tanky. Uh, Opponents. Okay. I'm pumped to go to the tournament tomorrow. It should be pretty fun. I've been to this shop before. Been to the shop one time, and it was pretty cool. Uh, Pretty cool crowd. And then I met some of, or saw some of them at the local GT that they do once a year. It's actually 8 rounds. It's a huge GT. It's pretty badass. So I like that. So, oh hey, 2 viewers, right on. I'm just working on some cards right now, making my own little cards from old Ninth Edition cards for my tournament tomorrow. Should be pretty chill, I think. Be a good time. But yeah, I met those people at the tournament. At the GT, or I met them at the RTT and then the GT, and they all seem pretty cool. So I'm excited to go tomorrow and see some of them again and play some more games. All right, so opponents shooting or fight phase. That would probably be a good thing to do, honestly, is to do like a little etch on this paper. Just do a little line or whatever. So that go ahead and see what's up. Okay. Yeah, then I know where to write. That's fine. Hmm. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. All right. Okay. Huh. Top of the chat. I gotta get a different camera for sure. Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess it would be better to probably type these guys up and then just do a little quick printout. That'd probably be the best way to do it, to be honest. Huh. Maybe I'm totally like, do I go to the tournament tomorrow and not worry about it? Yeah. All right. Getting it in. Getting it in. Do, 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 do. All right. Knocking this stuff out real quick. All right. Do 6 of these guys real quick. It's crazy though, all these like little tasks and stuff that you got to kind of do for a tournament. All the time adds up. It's already like 9:30. But I guess before I was getting on here, this is, I mean, I think there's this is technically the third live stream I've done, but the other two had like no whatchamacallit, had like no, the webcam wasn't freaking working, dude. So I had to kind of mess with that real quick and figure that kind of out. So yeah, this is the first one, so not too bad, pretty cool. But all right, I think I'd just tape these guys on here. Maybe want to have more serious ones or better looking ones. Maybe I staple them. I don't know. Hell, there's probably somebody out there who makes cards out there. Who knows? All right. Yeah. Or you can probably scan it. That's what I'm thinking, dude. You probably scan it, print it, and then you just cut it out, dude. That might be the better way to do it. Especially because I have a scanner, so kind of like no reason not to do that, I guess. Yeah, print this thing off real quick. Nice, it's scanning, dude. Well, I don't know if the scanning's gonna work, but I hope it does. Oh, dude, did it do it? I think it did. Let's check it out, dude. We might be able to print this bad boy. Oh, man. Well, it looks like it got some of them, but that's not the way to go. Might not be big enough, man. Oh, well. I tried. But yeah, knocking this out real quick. All right. Dude, I can't even believe I'm just live right now. I mean, I don't know. Probably no one will see it, but that's cool, dude. I think it's like you got to start somewhere, right? I know some of my videos, they're all been fun, man. Just doing stuff. Like, hopefully people find it like funny or, just something to watch, kind of kill some time. So, all right. Did that work over there? Let me check you out. All right, print that guy out, see if what it does, see how it works. All right. Oh, hey, check that out, man. I freaking just printed that guy out, just cut that stuff up, put it on the damn cards. Way easier. Gosh. It's like there's so much technology now. I feel like I forget, like, oh, hey, I could use this other piece of technology. That's way easier to do. Yeah, cool. All right. Cut this stuff out real quick, knock it out. All right. Well, now I can go ahead and do this for all of the freaking Space Marine detachments, which I think is pretty sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. Probably around the time, I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see when I can get that stuff done. Because I got to, I have my job and kids, everything I got to take care of. But I'll get to it eventually. Hell, even if I don't get to it, I still got my codex, so I can always flip back through it if I need to. I think opponents don't mind. And once you put enough reps into an army, you already kind of know what's kind of going on and stuff. So you kind of kind of learn everything. Becomes muscle memory. I think that's the hardest thing of going from 9th to 10th is just really just trying to remember, or not even remember, just try to learn new things. It's like breaking those old habits and just, it's almost like learning not a whole new game, but a big portion of it just seems to change. I feel like it's you start to learn all the stratagems and you start to memorize a lot of stat lines, which luckily stat lines didn't change too much. Really, it's kind of just what is it? It's with the toughness and stuff has really changed, and maybe some wounds and stuff. And then the abilities is cool. I think GW did a great job on the different abilities. I know maybe like Eternal Balance could look a little different. Some abilities are just so much better than others. I know some people like scout moves and stuff like that, but I feel like scouts, like, I don't know, like, or scouts are great, but like scout moves kind of, I think infiltrate, oh man, infiltrate is just absolutely far superior, I think, in my opinion, to, just far superior in my opinion to scout moves. But again, it's just, I look at it and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't want to use that. But then someone else might look at it and be like, that's super interesting. Give me more of that. Right. So I think it just depends on the player and really kind of like what they want. Okay. Well, you know what, dude? Only in death does duty end. Boom. Right on. All right. It fits basically perfectly on the cards too. So a little bit of tournament prep, knocking some stuff out. Cool beans. All right. Well, how long have I been streaming now? 22 minutes? That's not long. That's just a little bit. But it took me a little bit to be getting everything turned up or turned on. Turned up, yeah. Trying to get everything turned up. I guess it can be confusing if I leave the other part of it up. I don't know. Yeah, some of these got cut off. Looks like Honor the Chapter and Squad Tactics got a little cut off on there. Okay. Have to do something about that a little bit later. Okay. Adaptive strategy. Getting ready for that tournament. Getting ready for that tournament. Oh, yeah. Well, 2 down. If I was writing these things out, I was thinking like, oh yeah, I'll just go write them down real quick. But then you start thinking like, you need to know, when it happens, what the target is, what the effect is, right? So then you start getting to like, oh, do I write down all the keywords or am I just putting like, for instance, like Storm of Fire, right? Just ignore cover and, plus 1 AP if in Dev Doctrine, right? Like, so you just like not put in the shooting phase, the Adeptus Astartes unit, right? Like you forego all that. I mean, I guess you could, right? If you could memorize it, which, I think is probably the best way to go about it is to memorize it, maybe have some little cue thing like that, and then, hey, like your opponent's like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, don't worry, man, I got my friggin' my codex and stuff. So I know it's a big thing where people are going to digital rules and stuff, which I mean you can pass somebody your phone and stuff, but I don't know, like what happens if somebody drops it, dude? Like it breaks, like especially with phones being like $1,300. Like no, I'll just go ahead and I'll bring I'll be old school, be the old guy bringing his codex, all his books and stuff. Okay. All right, get these 2 more ready to go, and then we're gonna be good. All right, I think I'm going to need the codex right here. Okay, Gladius did. Oh, shit. I was hanging out with the kids and everybody today, man, going doing the chores, or not certain chores, but errands and stuff. I freaking knew I should have been like up in here and maybe knocking some of this stuff out. I didn't. I'm gonna look for some cheap webcams, I think. Saved me a hell of a lot of paper too, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I've never ran Gladius before, so I'm hoping I can kind of test it out, see what's going on, all that good stuff. Everyone says it's very flexible. It's a flexible way to play. I guess it's more. I obviously the word Gladius kind of goes off of obviously the sword, but ancient Rome, which everyone says that's kind of what the Ultramarines go after. So this is kind of their detachment because they're the more flexible fighting force, which makes sense, right? If you're gonna execute a war against the Emperor's enemies, you're probably gonna want to be pretty flexible. The 41st millennia, but all right, so that's the cards, man. So I got all 6 of them done just to kind of show me, like, hey, like honor the chapter, right? 1 CP, and then lance +1 to wound, of course, and then AP1 if I'm in assault doctrine, and then I got the squad tactics, right? So 1 CP, I can move that 6 inches as long as you're not in engagement range. So 6 inches in attack doctrine and D6 away from people, which I think is going to be super clutch. And then armor of contempt, everybody kind of knows what that was, right? You get worse in the AP of your opponent's stuff. And then we have the Storm of Fire, which I'm bringing the aggressors tomorrow, so hopefully I'm gonna need this out. I'm gonna be using this one a lot, hopefully. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in the unit have the Ignores Cover ability. If your unit is under effects of Devastator Doctrine while until the end of the phase, improve the armor penetration characteristic of such weapons by 1 as well. That's going to be good, especially because aggressors, if they target the closest enemy, I believe it is, that's their ability, they actually get an additional AP, which is pretty sweet. The range is 18 as well, so you're not going to have a lot of options depending on where they're at. Adaptive strategy, so it's like, hey, 1 command point, I can be in whatever doctrine I want to be in for my unit, and then only in death does duty end. Man, I fucking love that saying. It's so cool. But yeah, that's fight on death, right? So, if someone charges in you, it's going to wipe you out, and you happen to have 2 CP. You can, like, someone charges your blade guard, an elite unit, and then freaking kill them off. Just play that, man. And then, hey, if you die, you die, but you can maybe wipe them out too. So, that's one less objectives that they're going to be on, or one you have to worry about. You can just walk on it, hopefully. But all right, well, that's the stream. I don't know if anybody got to watch or whatnot, but If you did, cool. Take care.